Hello everybody, and Jess here, and welcome back to the non-seasonal poll. First of this year. It's been a while. The last poll was in like January last year. Yeah, it was something thereabouts that Madoka Magica won, and I watched the entirety of Madoka and Magia Record and the movies. And everything. And there is still one movie remaining. That I will, of course, watch as soon as it arrives here to the West. But Magia Record is done, and with it, the Madoka Magica franchise, for now at least. So it is time for the new non-seasonal poll. And thus, I have selected seven shows that either you guys recommended me, or one of them I picked myself, just for clarity, and you will have the chance to pick one of them that I will be watching instead of Madoka Magica in the upcoming months. Yeah, months. There isn't any show that would be shorter than 12 episodes, so months. If you're unfamiliar with the polls on the channel, I sometimes do them for non-seasonal shows, and you can vote on them if you are my Patreon. That is, I believe, the $5 tier gives you the right to vote on the poll. So if you want to, that's how we can do it. And I guess without delaying, let's just go through the shows that I have on this poll. I'm not gonna be going, in depth with each one. That's gonna be left for the first episode when I watch it. I'm just gonna say what I know about each of those shows in order. The first one on the poll is Scrapped Princess. It's a show that's been on the poll for quite a while. It's an older show, 24 episodes. And I'm particularly interested in it because supposedly it's 1-to-1 Hitsugi no Chaika, or more or less beat for beat the story of Hitsugi no Chaika. And I honestly find that fascinating. How can there be two shows that have different names? They aren't like two different adaptations of the same source material, and yet they are so similar. That's why I'm very much interested in this show, especially since I very much liked Hitsugi no Chaika. So if I liked that, I'm probably gonna like Scrapped Princess as well. Next one is Revolutionary Girl Utena. Similarly, I guess you could say, to the previous one, my interest in Utena is also at least partially because the supposed similarities between Utena and Witch from Mercury. Again, I liked Witch from Mercury very much, so chances are I'm going to like Utena. Again, it's an older show, even older than Scrapped Princess, because it's 97. I was 3-year-olds back then, holy shit. And it's 39 episodes long, so quite a long watch, but maybe worth it? I don't know, people seem to like it. Utena seems to be well beloved by many, and one of the better shows in the Mahou Shoujo-ish genre, so again, might be something that I like, and I see that it has a sequel even. Interesting. Next, we have Ascendence of a Bookworm, another show that's kind of a holdover from the previous poll, and I'm still very much interested in it. It's supposedly a fresh take on an isekai genre, and I like isekai, and I like a good isekai even more, and if this is supposed to be a good isekai, hell yeah, sign me up. Decently new show, 2019, although 2019 was like 5 years ago, holy shit. 14 episodes, which is unheard of almost. It's not a multiple of 12, so I would assume 14 episodes and 2 OVAs or something like that. I don't know. It has a sequel as well, and I'm very much interested in it. It seems cute, it seems fun, it seems like this sort of a light-hearted show that I can just watch after, having a hard day, hard week. I just sit down, I watch it, and I just have some good old-fashioned fun without having to think too much about the dramas going on between the characters and whatnot. I don't know. I might be completely mistaken. Who's to say? Next, we have Yuna is a Hero, a show that, full disclosure, I've seen like 2 episodes when it was airing in 2014. I don't remember much of it. I don't even know why I stopped watching it. I think I just stopped with no particular reason. But yeah, I know that there is a school, and that's basically it. And I think someone's missing. That's all I know about this show. Again, people seem to like it very much. I've seen results of a ranking of the most beloved magical girl shows, and Yukuna is decently high. And all this time I thought it's a very like niche series that, oh, it just, launched one season and then nobody really cares about it. But I see it as like prequel, sequel, parent, spin-off, spin-off. It's a big franchise apparently, and I've been missing out. So if you don't want me to miss out on it, vote on Yukuna A Hero. 12 episodes, not that long either. Then we have the big hitter. The big hitter that my friend has been pestering me about a couple of times. She really wants me to watch it, but I'm not going to watch it just because she's my friend. Everybody gets equal treatment. If she wants me to watch it, she can vote on the poll. There are no more equal and less equal people in the community. That is, of course, Jujutsu Kaisen. It's huge. It has a huge fan base. It has a rabid fan base, from what I've seen. It has a metric ton of production quality and a metric ton of staff abuse. Because that production quality isn't really born of the studio being like super big and super well funded and whatnot. No, it's born of working people to the bone. Which raises some ethical questions about watching this show. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it to you guys to decide whether, the art excuses the artist, or however you want to call it. All I know is that it's a good show. It has some good art. It has some good animation. Born of the blood of the animators, unfortunately. I think I was interested in it as it was airing in 2020. It's 24 episodes, by the way, but I haven't watched it for some reason. I don't know. Beats me, honestly, why I haven't watched it. And this might be a chance to make up for it and finally give it a shot and watch Jujutsu Kaisen, see what the fuss is all about, right? Next one. Ars no Kyoju, the huge beasts of Ars, right? Something like that. Giant beasts of Ars. It's a 2023 show, 12 episodes, so fairly recent, and it's on the list because it won a Winter 2023 seasonal poll when I had so many shows to watch that I had to relegate a choice of one of them to you guys in another poll, and I just never got around to watching it. So this is a choice for me to make amends. It seems interesting. The plot seems interesting, the characters being at least partially kemonomimi, and yet there are robots and starships and magic and swords and everything is mixed together. It seems really, really interesting, and if you're interested in it as well, give it your vote. Of course, I'm interested, that's for sure. Then we have Marishimashita Iruma-kun. Welcome to Demon Academy Iruma-kun, I believe it's translated. This is my pick. This is what I'm interested in. 23 episodes, it's a 2019 show. It got a sequel, and I think another sequel is in the works. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. It has Saori Hayami in it, so that's already making me interested. But what makes me interested the most, I think, is just the aesthetic of this show is so incredibly reminiscent of Rosario to Vampire to me. Rosario to Vampire and the whole like genre, like early 2000s genre of shows that were taking place at school, and the main character was always the oddball. I'm not even talking about the, battle school genre where every student has a magical weapon for some godforsaken reason or whatever. No, I'm talking school of monster girls and our guy is a normal human and has to go there and has to mask as being also a yokai of some sort, or is an oddball, or there is an exchange program between a demon school and a human school, or right, there were plenty of shows in that genre, and it's such a nostalgic hit just seeing the art style itself. From what I hear, it's also a good show just on its own, standing, without having to resort to nostalgia. It seems well beloved, and I would lie if I said that I'm not interested in it. I am interested in it very, very much. Whether I will watch it or not, that's in your hands though. You can vote on it, you cannot. We'll see. And that covers all of the shows. As always, the votes on those shows range from -2 to +2 points, so -2, -1, 0, +1, +2. And the show that wins is the one that amasses the most points. So if you're super not interested in some show, give it -2. If you're super interested in it, give it +2. You can give +2 everywhere or -2 everywhere. It's your choice. It's not like a ranking system or sorting. You just score the shows how you feel. And the poll will be running for at least a week. It might be running a little bit longer depending on like my schedule, right? I wouldn't want to watch this show when I have something else already in store because that would add to my load, yada yada yada. So at least a week, might be longer than that. After that week is done, after the show concludes, I'm gonna release after the poll concludes, I'm gonna release a video talking about the results of that poll, and I'm going to release the first video of the show on Patreon, first and foremost. Then, after a week, that episode will be, of course, free to everybody on YouTube. So, that's how it's gonna look. And if you want to watch the early access, if you want to watch it 1 week early, $10 on Patreon. And you can do that. Might as well subscribe for $10 straight away instead of $5 to vote and then, right? Maybe? I don't know. It's your choice, of course. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. If you have any questions about this poll, if you have any suggestions, anything like that, talk to me in the comments down below or on the Discord. It's also here, open to everybody who wants to join. If you want to convince someone to vote for your show, if you want to argue about which one is better and which one deserves their votes, this is the place where you can, of course, do that. Like this video if you liked it, and to give it a little bit more reach, to reach a couple more people. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of when the video releases, of course, when the results release as well, and click the bell to ensure that you know that it does, and also to be notified of my streams because I stream sometimes. Support the channel if you want, as I already said, on Patreon down below. For $10 a month, get early access, for $5 get voting rights, and for $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me directly on YouTube via memberships, super thanks, super chats, stuff like that. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, you don't have to. Share my content, spread the word, it costs you nothing and helps a lot. And with that, that's gonna be it for me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: QB, Without a Net, The Couple Survivor, Zayrainer, Dr. Watt, Akamancer, Marshik, Ally, and Fassel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them as well if you want to vote in the poll, for example.